Today, a 1,500-year-old Last Supper manuscript discovered in Manchester Library reveals the hidden secret about Jesus' last meal. Please stay with me. Believed to have been written in the 6th century AD, the 1,500-year-old ancient Christian manuscript gives account of the Last Supper and used magic in the Christian sense. The fragment was found at the University of Manchester's John Rylands Library by researcher Dr Roberta Mazza. Dr Mazza said, "This was an incredibly rare example of the Bible becoming meaningful to ordinary people. The document, written in Greek, has been held by the library since 1901, but was largely ignored until Dr Mazza came across it." Before we get into the details of the discovery, first, let's talk about the events of the Last Supper. The Last Supper is the final meal that in the Gospels accounts Jesus shared with his apostles in Jerusalem before his crucifixion. The Last Supper is commemorated by Christians all over the world. It provides the scriptural basis for the Eucharist, also known as the Holy Communion or the Lord's Supper. The first epistle to the Corinthians contains the earliest known mention of the Last Supper. The 4 canonical Gospels also states that the Last Supper took place towards the end of the week after Jesus' triumphal entry into Jerusalem. During the meal, Jesus predicts his betrayal by one of the apostles present and foretells that Peter will deny him 3 times before the next morning. The manuscript has 2 sides. On one side, it has a combination of biblical passages from the books of Psalms and Matthew, and reads, "Fear you all who rule over the earth. Know you nations and people that Christ is our God. For he spoke and they came to being. He commanded and they were created. He put everything on our feet and delivered us from the wish of our enemies. Our God prepared a sacred table in the desert for the people and gave manna of the new covenant to eat, the Lord's immortal body and the blood of Christ poured for us in remission of sins." The other side is part of a receipt for payment of grain tax. Dr Mazza said the amulet maker would have cut a piece of the receipt, written the charm on the other side, and then folded the papyrus to be kept in a locket. She said the use of written charms was an ancient Egyptian practice which was adopted by early Christians, who replaced prayers to Egyptians and Greco-Roman gods with passages from the Bible. Researchers believe that the papyrus was originally owned by a villager living near Hermopolis or modern-day El Ashmonain in Egypt, and revealed that the knowledge of the Bible was more embedded in the 6th century AD Egypt than initially realized. This is an incredibly rare example of Christianity and the Bible becoming meaningful to the ordinary people, not just priests and the elite. It is one of the first recorded documents to use magic in the Christian context and the first charm ever found to refer to the Eucharist as the manna of the Old Testament. She said, "It was doubly fascinating because the amulet maker clearly knew the Bible but made lots of mistakes. Some words are misspelled and others are in the wrong order. This suggests that he was writing by heart rather than copying it." Since some Christians today still use passages from the Bible as protective charms, the discovery may reveal the starting point of a trend that has continued for many centuries. What is your thought on this? Leave a comment to let me know. Click on the video displayed here for more on how the kingdoms of King David and Solomon were like during Bible times. Don't forget to like this video, share with friends and family on social media. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.